We've just spent an enjoyable hour or so in the historical centre of Bunessan. It is going lots of information about the past and the present too, and a lady there who we've enjoyed talking to, and we're by the mill now that used to be working, and I had a good cup of coffee too. There was a continually moving slideshow of very old photographs of people, of the work they used to do, of the pier at Bunessan where the big ships would come in, the work in the quarries, in the farms, the women's work. You got a sense of how things were, and also the photographs of Bunessan. It's still very recognisable, hasn't changed an awful lot in the last couple of 100 years. The name Bunessan means the falls on the River Essen, and this is the Essen here, but the falls are not very dramatic anymore. We've come to Ardalanish Mill, which is a couple of miles south of Bunessan, along a very narrow, twisty road. And here are the Isle of Mull weavers, and as well as a working farm with cattle, Highland cattle, and a flock of Hebridean sheep. Now, this business was started here in 2003 by a couple who left their business at Torresay, and the looms used are called dobcross, and they were rebuilt here to be used. And the wool that they use comes from their sheep, and they also buy in fleece from the Shetland and the Manx sheep, and they colour it themselves too. They spin it here, but they can't do all the processes of the wool. That happens in Yorkshire. And so we had a fascinating time looking around, having a coffee as well, and Philip has brought a lovely cap with a special pattern that they use, the tweed pattern that they use on it with a lovely blue. While we were in the cafe, suddenly the lights went out, so Philip was, oh, they've had a power cut. Well, apparently they are powered by solar power and the wind turbines, so they power themselves, and they have a generator then if that doesn't work. But the lady explained that they are on renewable energy, but sometimes it does have a blip, and it did a couple of times while we were there, but only lasted a few minutes. From the shop and the mill, we walked down to the beach, a lovely track going past hay and silage meadows, which are fertilised using seaweed from the beach, and they're cropped to provide winter feed for the animals. And to the right of the beach we could see the remains of an ancient fort, and there's geological formations peculiar to Ardalanish beach. We saw a couple of oyster catchers, but they were not making the screaming noises at us as they have done at other beaches. We haven't seen the seals or the otters, which can occasionally be seen, but we had a lovely time down there watching the colours change with the light. Very quiet and peaceful. We've driven a mile or two along the road down to Uisken beach, another beautiful little bay with lots of rock formations, and very, very peaceful. There's a very few people down here, and we can smell the seaweed and the briny air. We're on Dunan Mor now, a rocky outcrop, and it's a great viewpoint. This means a big fort in Gaelic, though nothing remains of this today.